Ooh, this is what we know Carrier wants to lock in. Big Nautilus Fen will be a pick that initially T1 composition looked like it could go in a more poke, long-range direction with Varus, assuming it's going to be lethality, and the Victor as well. What we're seeing now is that with the Sejuani, the Nautilus, and the Aurelia looking a lot more like a comp that might want to brawl in the early to mid-game as the Draven R5 coming through here. That's adorable. I just was watching the crowd. Hold on.
No time for the crowd. Owner is going to face check, and he is going to go down. First blood. We got level 1 action here. T1 seemingly winning this one with Keria leading the charge on the Nautilus. His passive very strong, but Silas also incredibly strong at level 1.
Still going.
He's going to force another flash here from Zeus, and that will be the end of it. The Annie gets a kill, but guess who else gets a kill?
To ensure that Doran wasn't going to get dove.
Here we go again. Ignite actually used as Keria is getting a big chunk onto the light. He will go down as now Pays on the Draven trying to extend.
As, Owner this time around not going to get spotted. Very awkward spot here. Peanut is in the general vicinity.
They're just going in. They want to force this flash. I'm not sure that Doran is going to even go for it. He's got the Meganar and he still goes for it, but it's late. All right, let's see if Zeus in the picture-in-picture is going to bite the bait. Yes, he will, absolutely, as he is in his W's trying to get on top of Doran, and he is not going to be able to trade it back. Peanut, you know it's Owner.
Just dive him on
Peanut's
the next
here too, but Owner already extremely tanky, and now they're winning the 2v2 on the bottom side too. Guma does take a big chunk as the Ignite is a bit late. It's level 6 for Zeus. Here he hits the huge stun over the wall. Zeus, you gave him this matchup, and he is taking it.
Not only is T1 winning the topside matchup, but they're doing so while drawing attention from Peanut, so Peanut doesn't get to snowball the bottom half of the map.
Yeah, and they're killing him too.
And they're killing him, right?
I got him, he said.
A very tough affair.
Owner's just going over the wall, and okay, not going to be able to smite it away, but here comes T1 looking to take the fight afterwards. Owner in a lot of trouble, but he is getting that stun on Chovy, who will be the first one to go down, as Ingo's Peanut will trade it back. The mid laners are down, but look at Guma just doing that damage, and Keria's full health! The support is getting in there, he's looking to take everybody out, as now Peanut is like, well, I'm not going to be able to take down Guma and Owner as they back away very nicely, and Keria is going to be able to alley-oop that kill over to the side of Gumayusi, so a big fight win again to T1.
Used to go to on Silas as Pays.
Yeah, Pays is not a flash. He is in a lot of trouble as Owner is coming forward here, and there's the burst from the arrow from Guma downtown as now Peanut is desperate to try to trade one back, and he will be able to, as Delight now trying to do that damage. Owner doesn't have much himself, but
Tibbers?
Yeah, Tibbers is really getting in there. Our 5th champion in the trade. Tibbers getting that damage in as Tibbers might be able to get the last tip, but no, it will be Peanut who steals it away from Tibbers. As now Chovy trying to get in the front line, a big Nautilus ultimate onto both. As Faker in a little bit of trouble, just not quite a flash yet, but Chovy doesn't have the damage yet, I don't believe, as he will get hooked under turret, but, you know, Chovy's pretty tanky at this point. Also going for the Everfrost build, actually.
Zeus has flash.
Let's see.
Doran is in mid, trying to get Prio there.
Chovy with Sedge ultimate trying to frontline and trying to bait out hooks. He's going to get one. Interesting teleport. Just wants to be on the side of his team.
Doran able to actually charge up his Narbar up on that wave.
Well, now he's going to be in the front line as they're trying to burst him down before Mega. Can they do it? It looks like no, as Owner's going to be in that front line, takes a massive amount of damage alongside. But look at Zeus in the back line and Chovy as well. Who's going to win this backline fight as the Draven is just shelling into the Aurelia? Zeus will be taken out as Guma pushes them away. Chovy also taken down, though. A lot of low health bars on the side of Genji, as at least they have their jungler, though. Peanut sticking around.
T1 can contest here, don't have to.
Okay, it looks like they want to take the fight afterwards. The steal attempt not working as Faker is getting jumped on. He's got a massive shield, but it's not massive enough as Doran going to get hooked by Keria on the backside of the fight. Definitely a nice big one for the side of T1, but look at this engage for Genji now. Chovy and Peanut in the backline, and Chovy's just so tanky as well. Zeus tries to access the backline, but just gets demolished by the Draven, who picks up yet another kill as Gumayusi is gone. down will go the T1 members, and down should go this Baron for Gen G.
That re-engage from Peanut.
Are they? Is he really going to try to steal this? I mean, this is kind of close, actually, as he's getting into the pit. The Chaos Storm is there as well. The damage, it's there, and it's stolen! You gotta be kidding me! They let the Sejuani in the front door! As now Faker's probably not long for this world. But the Baron is stolen away. Exactly how this will turn out, but oh boy. Guma just backing in mid as Peanut is trying to assassinate him by himself, and he's gonna get punished. As he goes in alone, look at his reaction on the cam too. He's like, oh no.
Yeah, that was.
He's having a great time though, as Peanut.
That was 700 gold over to Guma. And now we're gonna go into this next fight with the gold again being dead even.
It's a big shutdown. I think that it was interesting timing. There's like no objective really to take as, this is not good timing. Peanut, no trickster, no way out of this one, no flash. He's even gonna Cyclone. Just in desperation, Peanut will get caught out as Zeus is also just gonna die.
We're taking it. Do need to get out now, though.
Oh, they're both gonna get ever frosted here. As nice buff for Owner might not be as lucky, but maybe able to turn this one around. Delight in a lot of trouble. He's gonna go down. And look at what happened to the Draven. He just ran straight into the Victor damage. As down will go Pace as well. And now Doran is just on the run. This game is a wild goose chase over and over again. As Doran will be able to get out, and so will Chovy somehow. But that is going to be Drake and kills to the side of T1.
I stand corrected. It was actually T1's Dragon. I'm sorry, T1. I didn't know. My apologies. That is it's the Varus flank, of course. With everyone's position being known.
Well, Zeus might answer the question for us as he's going in onto Chovy. Is it going to be enough damage? Yes, it should be. As Chovy is still on the run, and he will be able to get out. Flash expended. Yeah, or Zeus.
Zeus doesn't have vision. Chovy also crucially missing his stolen ultimate there, so it's not even remotely close. Now Genji has a really aggressive position here.
Faker is just running into them, did not have vision of this. He's got a massive
Tibbers TP!
Tibbers is going to be very useful, and now Guma's in a lot of trouble as well. The gank brush works out for Genji, and they will be taking down this Baron. As Peanut.
The game it's just chaos.
Oh, Owner's still here. But yeah, he's just gonna dash away. Just try to survive as Nautilus returns to the Rift. And he should be going down eventually. You'd have to imagine Genji, a massive step forward now in this game. Not looking as balanced as it once was.
That might have been the breaking point of this game. Valdez, is Peanut gonna die?
Okay, the lights here. We got TP here. Zeus is just going in on this one as Peanut with a excellent bait in this case. He's got stopwatch as well. That is another kill for the Draven.
Oh.
And of course the game does not end there. The fighting, rather, as Faker 1v2. Cyclone and tons of damage coming in from the stolen Chaos Storm. Faker is incredibly tanky. I keep saying that, but he keeps dying, so it's probably not true. Not compared to the damage that Gen G have. We're at a point in the game now, 37 minutes in, where I'm not sure if you want to give away a free Baron, though. Obviously, Hextech Soul is gigantic. Like, it is just insanely massive, right? But it seems like they don't want to give this away. And like I said, you give them 15 seconds. This Baron is going to go down as it should be taken here by T1. Yes, it will. And the front line of Gen G is being ripped to shreds. As Dorn is going to miss his Meganar. As we do have Paze in the back line just shelling axe after axe into this front line. And it should be enough damage. After all, even through all of the GAs, is a massive flawless duet does come in. Faker is alone up here in the jungle somehow. As he should be taken out eventually, as even the Boomerang to slow him down. Chovy will take him, and Zeus is the only one left. He's trying to stop this mid-wave, but it doesn't matter. They're just going to push in top.
Not going to be enough. Chovy picks up more kills, and this game number one, Valdez, gonna go to Gen G. Took a little bit of time to get going, but once they started team fighting, they didn't stop.
They did not stop. And that is going to do it. The Nexus turrets will fall, and so will the aforementioned Nexus. GG! Just having a good time. Chovy the most damage in the game, even though the Draven was what he was.
Well, the interesting thing was Chovy still had an incredibly low amount of deaths in this game, so even though the big moments came from, I think, Delight and Pays.
For Keria and Renekton.
Yeah, now with the confirmation that it will indeed be Jay's top, Renekton... I assume Renekton with the Prawler's Claw build coming out here, and yeah, it's Claw in Dutch, so that one is dangerously close.
Prawler's Clown.
Claw. No, just Claw to get more autos in, but also to sustain. And even though it has been nerfed repeatedly, still going to be a nice little boon. And we did see the win rates for T1 on all these champions. Faker's just there dings too, which is good because it's getting in somewhat dangerous territory. Still has cookies, still has potions, still has a Doran shield. There's all this ward. A false sense of security here for Chovy.
It's a cheeky one, and guess what? He's not even going to mid. He's like, yeah, Kassadin, whatever. I'm going to bot lane because that is where my bread is buttered. And
level 2.
He's right at this point in the game, as Peanut is looking to dive mid. So we're going to get the mega zoom out here from Jonah Strong. Faker in a lot of trouble. He did hit level 3. He's trying to trade this one back, even flashing to try to trade it. It's not going to work. His first blood will be given over to not Chovy. It will go to Peanut.
And might be able to look for it level 3 now for Keria and Guma.
Here comes the TP, though, and the Cocoon will land, but it's immediately cleansed by Pays, as it's Chovy who actually TP'd into this one. And, yeah, he'll just come down, clear out some wardage, and back away. Pays pretty low, though, as the flash comes in. Keria is looking for it. He wants the kill, but that is not actually going to work out for him.
Might be enough to zone Pays off of this wave, though. We do have Peanut here as well. Oh, he really wants to, at the very least, get the experience here, but looks like it's not going to be the case.
Well, they're trying to dive on a Delight here, as Owner will go up. This is a massive pierce! Goes through the two of them. T1 will force the dive by any means necessary. As now even Faker's here. Faker's level 5. Not even level 6.
No, Peanut's gone.
Can't even jump. Owner is, yeah. Okay, that's going to be the end of him. Keria picks up that kill, and that is 3 on the board now for T1. Keria's using Flash to get small advantages in the lane, so might as well, right? We're getting in there once again. This dive not nearly as clean as the last one. They see Peanut, and they're like, well, let's take it slowly, but here is the follow-up. They reset the aggro. They're going in onto Delight, and they will be able to burst him down. The aggro, though, is onto Faker, but they can't take him down. It's another 3 kills into the pockets of T1 in bot lane.
Game 1 was very competitive, very fun, very back and forth. I am worried that this game will not have any of that.
Oh, they're actually trying to go in on this one. A bit of a 3v3, but here comes Keria. Trying to frontline for this one, a big shock blast into that back line, and it looks like Genji not going to chase any further into the jungle. So not only that, but actually they're looking for a bit more on the Peanut, who will have to flash away from this one. Faker still on the chase. It's like, please, I beg of you, and you please let me farm. Faker's coming in here as, Owner comes down from the rappel. That's a free kill over to Genji. As now the chase is on, though. T1 very far ahead. They will try to force this one. Peanut in a bit of trouble. He's going to get wild growthed up, though. As look at the damage from Chovy now. He's got the Ludens completed. He's trying to get on top of Gumu, who has to flash, and Pays is giving the shutdown. And all of a sudden, we might have ourselves a game. Lose from here, Chronicler. Jovi's like, you know, I'm just gonna take this into my own hands, right? Because he's the one who sets up the play. He's the one who sets up this teleport as well. Zeus will actually flash as all of the T1 fans are like, yes! And then he dies to the laser.
탄다. 탔어.
Might be one of the worst ones, except Chovy. Is Chovy
teleporting.
어디일까?
Where is he?
생각해.
Look at his spacing too. He backs away so that Zeus can get on him. But he's obviously still in range, and then
풀까지 빼고 죽였어.
I got him, and we even got his flash.
Faker picking up some early kills and already being level 11 is good because that is the insurance policy, right?
Throwing everything into Chovy here, really trying to get onto this Victor. Chaos Storm onto him, and that will be enough.
Big.
Victor flashes in, gets the Victor. As they finally get Chovy out of this game.
There you go. That's money. Ooh, who's baiting who?
Oh, they see a hammer guy.
They know there's two.
Yeah, they should know that it's Zeus too, but they have Delight coming on in, and the Wild Growth might be enough. But Note's going to go for the Polymorph as doesn't have Wild Growth. The slow coming in onto Zeus will dodge the whip, and the Gore Drinker value is massive as Zeus will not be taken out, and Owner and Carrier come in and punish as 2 kills go the way of Gore Drinker Jace. As Peanut and Doran, will they beat themselves in? Again, the answer is absolutely yes. They get torn to shreds as Peanut looks to be down as well. That is Chovy picking up a little shutdown there as well as Pays. Maybe looking for a bit more himself as there is a Kassadin. Another kill as well on to Chovy here, so double kill. Even they are getting zapped, right? So Peanut looking to draw in a lot of attention and potentially bait them into a fight. That was him on the forefront. Now the Wild Growth as they have so much damage though. T1 trying to turn this one around. Carrier maybe a little bit too far forward as Chovy jumps into 3 people, and no, it was just an elaborate bait the whole time. As now Pays is on the backline. Doran will get the kill, but Pays is all alone. He will have to flash over the wall here. Faker is just hunting for people. As Peanut and Doran should be able to survive against one Kassadin who's not level 16, but a massive fight once again for T1.
Right, Pays ends up going down anyway.
Oh boy, here we go again. This just never ends. And Chovy's dead, so that's huge, but Pays still alive and Guma's getting pretty low, but it doesn't quite matter because T1 have 5 carries on their lineup right now. Even Carrier is doing immense amount of damage here. So Peanut's gonna go down, he's gonna be chased through the jungle. No hope for him. That kill will be fed to Faker, and now we're just going to have a T1 brand Baron taken at 24 minutes. Okay, well, the fun never ends as Guma is being baited in a little bit. You see Carrier nearly dies, and now teleports used as both teams just never-ending fights as they throw a lot into Peanut, though. You can see the health bars of Peanut and Doran actually taking a big hit in this trade. Carrier will have to back, but you know, no fate's call at this point in time. So the chase is on. Wow, he actually just, he just dies to another arrow. And these guys are just falling apart. Down they go, T1, the slow and steady push with the Baron buff. They've only got 15 seconds left, but I think that's 15 seconds too many. Probably don't even need it at this point. As the poke is huge, the chains go in, Faker goes in as well. And nothing is going out. They are all in under the turrets. Pays desperate to do something with the Wild Growth underneath this turret and underneath this Nexus, but the damage is just too much. Faker, oh, okay, they gotta hit the Nexus actually. That was a little bit scary. There are lots of low health bars, but T1 will get it done in the end. It was just, one guy can't do it alone, and, you know, I mean that in the way of the Victor himself and how fed Chovy was, right? Gen.G as a team trying their best. But yeah, T1 overall just way too good at snowballing the early game, as you mentioned, and they snowballed it into a 12,000 gold lead at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm on point with these mouth reads today.
The Veldanalist, his skills at reading pro players keeps getting better.
I'm the mouth
and better.
I'm the lip reader here on the
Oh, this would be yeah, there are still a number of pivots available.
Oh, okay. So a Jin support. Carrier, Annie is mid.
Yes.
Yep.
Assume it will be the Jin support. I haven't seen Carrier play Varus support yet, I think.
Here comes Peanut. He's on vision. The heal already used. And flash. As Carrier's like, no. This is not the way the spot lane will play out tonight.
But now, do you have Carrier and Guma moving over a little bit earlier?
Uh-oh. Did they go too far? Always the question. As a lot of damage into Peanut here. Delight as well. Super squishy at this point. And Faker is looking for it, and so is Owner. Trying to extend that queue as Pays will be forced to cleanse as we are walking on the thinnest tightrope some of these plays.
No one dies.
There you go. No, it wasn't 75, it was 74. Oh, there you go. So first time for Faker on Annie.
So Papa would have known that as well.
Yeah.
He would have said, no, this is the first.
Yeah, he would have.
In mid.
Yeah.
As
Ooh, he's going to extend that stun. There's the Q and a bunch of damage coming in. And there it is, flash on in, but Doran is baited. As Zeus just laughs in his face and flashes away. He will win the 1v1.
oh, he didn't have to go for that.
On, here we go again. A lot of trouble for Guma. He's going to have to flash here, but Pays has got an axe for his back. As now, Pays going to get an early cash in this game. Pays, what are you doing? Okay, he's just trying to kill him, and he nearly dies himself. That is a stack of the rune here for Keria.
Uh-oh.
And here we go. Peanut is here. Can he stop them, though? Faker's level 6 with Flash. Here we go. Tibbers, say hello to my little bear. As that is going to be a lot of damage already on the Gen G bot lane. Make it 2, and Peanut is just like, well, I got to try to do something, right? But Keria baits him in, and that is a double kill for Gumayusi. As Chovy's like, well, I'll just kill Tibbers, I guess. That'll make me feel better.
Yes. And unlike the previous game, where we had, in game number 2 in particular, a very clear scaling disadvantage for T1, even with... oh, Faker is get spotted.
Uh-oh, he is looking for more. There's the root this time from the Jhin. As Pays will be forced to flash away from the scary bear. As Peanut should be able to secure this one. Just going to smite it down, so at least Gen G pick up the Rift Heralds.
It's not even his most iconic champion because, you know, that's Jace or Cannon.
One of
But
his
this is the
iconic.
champion he debuted and then looked incredible, so I probably cursed him.
Okay, well, they see you. Can Zeus jump to the south here? He's going to run straight into Peanut as, yeah, you're not getting out of this one, buddy. As, okay, he's got Flash, though, as Doran's going to flash first. And they got the kill.
Flash first to show
Whatever,
dominance.
you know, yeah, it's like, I don't need my Flash. As now Faker in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get arrowed. He's going to get poppied.
With Owner, but outside of it, any lethality Jhin.
Uh-oh. We've seen this before. As tons of damage already into the Ashe, but an arrow just traded. Now Chovy's in a lot of trouble. Double Cyclone should come in here. As there's the second one gets knocked up. But take a look at Peanut's Poppy. Just going to knock away Annie.
The Gen G composition, while it does have a lot of powers in teamfights, scares me as Faker.
Oh, Faker, he tries to zoomies away from that one, but he is going to get taken out by the Draven, of all people. As, meanwhile, Poppy died.
Really clean setup there to allow Pace to actually get his cash in. Well, while this is happening, remember, we also have the play on mid, and Peanut is like, no, guys, we can fight this. They could, in fact, not. CC chain, very nicely done. This is a fed lethality virus, so even if you're Poppy with your passive, you're still going to get blown up in a matter of seconds. This is really cute.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, here, Pace.
Not a difficult
Have a snack.
arrow to hit either. I mean, don't want to take anything away from Delight, but at the same time, this is just what Ashe offers you as Poppy Copter going to knock away the Meganar. That's pretty large as, okay, the huge burst though onto Peanut. He's going to be followed up on. Faker will have to pay the price as Owner gets the eye and gets the hell out of there. Not looking for any follow-ups where T1. Maybe it's just Annie. Uh-oh, Chovy. What's going on here? A immaculate stun might save him. Dodges the house as even Zeus has to flash away. As, okay, the chain's going to hit Chovy. The follow-up should be huge as there you go. The shots, 1, 2, 3 is blocked. And 4? No. Nice try.
Because unless you can match flashes, any form of CC from T1 kills you.
Oh, here we go again. Alley-ooped in, and Guma's just dead. Another cash in for Pays. Make that 3 in this game. Chovy in a little bit of trouble. To follow up with the Cyclone might be enough to get him down, but Keria is zoned by the Chaos Storm. Doesn't matter. Owner is able to get the job done. They're trying to chase him down. Not sure about this one. Doran in a bit of trouble, but nearly able to take out the monkey on the backside of this one. Owner will just barely survive.
I'm a little scared by Pace.
Oh, look at this. Who's flanking who? We've seen this before. Zeus in a little bit of trouble, but there's the arrow straight into Faker, but not before he gets his stun off. He's alone in the front line, though. He's got Owner as they do come in from the jungle, but T1 are being pushed away. The Chaos Storm damage is massive as Owner goes a bit too deep along with his team, and Gen G We'll get a very nice trade in this weird scuffle in the bottom lane. Trying to group around mid, that's not doing too much, but I suppose it's getting a little bit of space for Doran to just push bot.
Okay.
As he probably should not have jumped in there. He's going to get walloped and killed. Oh, over the wall he goes as another house going to hit him, and now he's going to get behind his team and barely skirt away, but this is not really what you're looking for from a Baron push.
They saved Private Doran though. He got out. Extraction successful, Valdez.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had to invest a lot of resources and also are wasting Baron buff, so it's not good. But they did get him out.
Still a nice power play, I guess. Could have been better, but
they're not. They might get this mid inner or outer rather, but I don't know if that's really what you were hoping for, and I don't even know if they will.
I mean, the wave clear is decent. There's the arrow. Scary is just like, no, thanks. I'm just gonna flash it. Not interested in that, as Doran just a simple leap strike away. Zeus trying to 1v2 against the fed Victor and Peanut. Probably not the best angle, but...
Cannon minion in a dream.
Yeah, this will go down. There it goes. Mid-outer, finally claimed with this Baron buff. They did it.
Yeah, as you were saying, Val, that's not quite what you hoped for.
Zeus took a lot of damage in the trade as Faker just pushing forward, trying to stop the push once again. The scraps here of the Baron buff, you could say, still remaining. They're trying to make the most of it, are Gen G, but not going to get this inner just yet.
Owner is going to get spotted. They know about the flank. Yeah, you might have to give this one up.
TP from bot to mid as Zeus is trying to group up with the team. Chovy a slightly awkward spot, but it looks like Gen G will get the streak with no problem, as that's the knockaway of the Annie. See you later, Baker, says Peanut. And yeah, it's just a pretty safe take. Void Staff going to be very important for Faker. He doesn't have any form of penetration so far, and he's the only AP source on his team, so if he wants to hit something with a lot of damage, and speaking of which, Peanut looks like he's burning down. Faker not going to take the chance as he flashes in. Peanut just caught in mid lane, and now Paze is getting run down. He's all alone, trying to trade it back. That's 2 free kills and maybe a bit more. As we do have the Cyclone into this backline, Owner's going way deep by himself. He's got a stopwatch though, and he should be totally fine. 2 kills on the board now for T1. Stellaite, you know he's just looking for any angle he can find. Chovy, decent amount of damage already onto him. It is just the one dragon. Here comes Zeus though with the wraparound as the arrow gonna hit the clone. And no Poppy ultimate. This is going to be a potential fight angle for T1. As Meganar comes in and the kiting from Karia's bullets is pretty strong, but T1 not finding an angle just yet. Tibbers is down and just zoning. And yeah, T1 not gonna pull the trigger on this one.
Another heist. Gen G able to make their way out. And now the next Drake, whoever picks it up, will get that coveted Mountain Soul. Incredible amount of extra resistances. And for T1, this poses a problem. We will see Guma going towards the Cyrilda, getting closer to that now. Faker also has Void Staff available, but the damage of Zeus and Owner definitely not going to be nearly as relevant. Keria in particular going to be extremely sad.
Yeah, just pick them forehead, you know, like what could go wrong? Faker in a little bit of trouble though. He's getting alley-ooped, then he can't get out. That's going to be Faker now getting caught as Doran in a bit of trouble, but he is Jax and he's got a stopwatch. He is in a perfectly fine spot, even hops forward as Owner's clone will bite the dust. Doran though not able to, you know, go into this fight, and Perry is actually looking to snipe him out here. Not quite going to be able to, as the chase is on. Zeus trying to buy as much time as possible. Even will Meganar them out as Owner not long for this world. Oh, trying to turn it around, but GA is popped. And down will go the Wukong eventually, you'd have to imagine. Yep, there it is, another stun, and the follow-up from the laser is enough. This is, okay, we have 6 elemental Drakes in the game. We are about to have number 7. Meganar is gone. Now, this down it goes. Doran's got a great position too, just to prevent any flanks this time around. Chovy kind of covering the top side. And like I said before, as long as nobody gets picked and nobody gets out of position or flanked, you know, Gen G will have the advantage here. As there we go, there's the arrow in and Faker's gone. You don't have your Annie anymore. Now that's Mountain Soul to Gen G.
With the beefiness, Baron's still available for another minute. Gen G looking for the end.
Okay, they find Peas, and he really dies. Oh, man. That is the one guy that you cannot have picked, in fact.
Sums.
I mean, everybody can die to the damage as, okay, Carry is surging. He's going to hit a Poppy as TP in the mid. Going to prevent some backside, I guess. Here comes the arrow.
Oh!
It's going to hit him and deny this turret. So that was a very long-range arrow as well.
Who actually has a way of getting out of the way for an arrow? It's Zeus and Owner, and that's pretty much it.
Pretty much it's got to be Owner. Oh, no. Here we go again. Peanut is caught, and down he will go. The jungler of Gen G is out of the game.
It keeps happening.
And here comes Owner. They're going to get even more after this as Chovy not sure about that one as in he goes, down he will go, and Pays is just going to get sniped by the Jin. That might just do it, guys. I don't know. Gen G are looking for some kind of escape. It's Delight, he's got volleys for days, and that boomerang will miss, so it looks like Doran and Delight survive, but that is against 5 members at T1.
Why?
Well, 4.
Why? How is this happening again?
Teleport wards? What's going to happen? Here comes Doran trying to frontline for his Ashe, and he's surviving quite a long time. The Zhonya's is buying time, and he gets out, but Owner won't have it. He will not have it. Down will go the turrets as they gotta click on the Nexus as Tibbers is just gone, but it doesn't matter. One auto will do it. T1 will take the game in 45 minutes. Chovy did the most damage by far, by the way. Didn't matter in the end.